Well, the images from that day, of course, they're unforgettable and landed many people in jail. So far, more than 400 people have been charged, and arrests continue almost daily. Now, one of the people facing charges is Richard Barnett. He was photographed putting his feet up on Nancy Pelosi's desk. Barnett was held in a D.C. jail for 4 months and then denied bond. A federal judge finally granted his release in late April. Barnett says he was treated unfairly and even harassed by guards at the jail. Joining us now is Joseph McBride, an attorney for Richard Barnett. Joseph, thanks so much for being with us tonight. You know, we hear a lot about the consequences facing those that were at the Capitol on January 6th. Certainly it's surprising to hear some of what I've read in terms of what your client has been facing. Can you tell our viewers what's been going on for Barnett lately?
So since he's been out, Richard has been back with his family. Thank God, and God bless America and Judge Cooper for that. Prior to going home, he was detained pretrial unlawfully for a period of almost 100 days. During that time, he was routinely harassed. He was beaten. He was denied medical care. He was dragged out of his cell. He was stuck in solitary confinement on multiple occasions simply because of his participation in the events that transpired on January 6th. Now, Richard is not alone in this. The majority of the other detainees that are still there and who have been there since the beginning are also being treated this way. That detention center in Washington, D.C. is a Guantanamo Bay for American citizens. It is a gulag where citizens of this country have been sent pre-trial, absent any criminal finding whatsoever, to be cast away there for an undetermined amount of time in complete violation of their civil and human rights.
You know, Joseph, I want to drill down on that, please, because it does seem to me that he's a political prisoner. Now, look, he did something wrong, and I think he should be appropriately punished for what is a pretty minor crime. But the fact that he was denied bail, and others have been denied bail, only because of their political opinion, because they have doubts about the accuracy of the 2020 election. Tens of millions of Americans have serious doubts about the 2020 election. The idea that that is justification for denying bail, what is, as an American and as an attorney, how do you react to that?
I'm repulsed by it. I'm disgusted by it. It is one of the most un-American things I've ever seen in my life, my personal life, and during my career. It should have never happened. It is 100% political. When you look at the litany of other groups who have appeared at the Capitol to protest, such as the 200+ Code Pink protesters that were there very recently, 200+ who invaded offices, who obstructed doorways, who did things that are analogous to the events that took place here today. Not one of them after their arrest was convicted. It's absolutely ridiculous how if you voice your opinion, a conservative opinion or a Republican opinion, you are thrown in jail. But if you voice a Democrat opinion or a liberal opinion or an opinion that's to the left, you are green-lighted to burn down an entire city. It is wrong.
Joseph, I want to ask you this, and we're short on time, unfortunately, but I do want to ask you this because I read about his time in jail, and it was terrible what he had to go through, but I was also heartened, and again, look, this guy, Barnett, did something wrong, but I was also heartened that he's a patriot, and so were many of his colleagues, and I read that every day at 7 p.m. they would sing the national anthem in jail.
That is right. You know, Big old Barnett is known for having the biggest mouth over in the jail, and for good reason. Every night at 7 o'clock, he would begin the national anthem. He would begin to sing, and all the detainees, all the prisoners in unison every night would stand up, put their head on their heart, and boost morale and sing their hearts out for our country and for our God. And that is a beautiful thing.
Joseph McBride, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much. BigOBarnett.com. That's where you can find his legal fund. God bless you guys, and thank you.
You bet. Thank you.